Syracuse. We split. Split it down.
Y'all good?
Yep.
Oh boy.
You want your water? Yeah.
Questions?
What you want?
Coach, obviously last year the Big East, things that go into that, go out and win the last Big East conference.
It's really special. It's on many different levels. You know, I've been a head coach 13 years, and this is my sixth regular season championship, and this one feels, right now, this one feels nicer than any of the rest of them. It's special because, you know, the Big East, as we have known it, is ending, and Georgetown won the first one, and then Georgetown's won the last, and so that means a lot.
Coach, it's always good in the game of basketball and playing your best basketball at the most important time. So, how do you feel about where your team is entering the Big East tournament and subsequently into the league tournament?
We're going to enjoy it. Normally, I sit here and say we're going to enjoy this win till we get back to campus, and then start focusing on the next game. Since I'm not sure who we're going to play the next game, we're going to enjoy this one the rest of today. All right. And then we'll come back to earth and get refocused. I mean, one phase of the season is over. You know, the regular season is a phase. We accomplished what we wanted to with that. Then the Big East tournament is the second phase, and then the NCAA tournament is the next phase. So as it relates to that, hopefully, you know, we can keep getting better. We're better today than we were last week, and hopefully we'll be better next week than we are this week.
What made you go back to man in the first half after playing sometimes?
We were guarding them better man-to-man than we were zone. You know, as I mean, they are well coached, and they made some adjustments, as he always does, to how we were attacking their zone, our offensive stuff. They took a lot of things away that we got up in the dome, and I just thought our guys, we were guarding. We were guarding. They weren't getting anything easy, and so we just stayed man-to-man.
You hold those guys to 39 points, I think it was 36%. Shooting percentage. It's got to feel good. That's got to be more than just good defense. I mean, guys have to own that. They have that mentality of defense. They got to own that, right?
Georgetown defense?
Yes, sir.
There you go. That's what it is. I mean, our guys have owned it. We've been pretty, you've heard me say after almost every game, we've been pretty good defensively most nights this year. And our guys take pride in not only the one-on-one challenge of I need to stop my man, but to understand that the other four people have to support. And they've done a great job, I've said this all year, of helping each other.
John, you grew up with a rivalry with your father, obviously. How much sweeter is that?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
You grew up with a rivalry with your father, so how much sweeter is that? Because, you know, he got a few and then you got the last one.
That makes it very special. I mean, there's no doubt that makes it very special. You know, in our group, now let me just say this, because I'm going to talk about winning this regular season. Now, I don't want anything to get clouded. It's not over. You know, we hope to go up to New York and play well and win that, and then we hope to play well and win the NCAA tournament. So I'm not, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying we've accomplished our goals by any stretch of the imagination. You know, but when last year ended, you know, I told this group we expect to win the regular season Big East championship this year. You know, when the school year started, I told them again. When we were 0-2, I told them again, and they listened.
Do you think your guys had a couple possessions in the first half where they might have overpassed, didn't take open shots, and whereas in the second half they pretty much took shots when they were doing it?
I can't remember right now, Ron. By nature of the question, I guess the answer is yes. But I honestly, I cannot remember right now.
Coach, you sent Otto into the zone, you know, from 3-1. Made a lot of good decisions today from there. Did you feel that, you know, if you could have, maybe the ball could have found him more, the game would have even gotten, you know, more secure earlier on? It seemed like a lot of times guys were hesitant to try to get the ball in there.
What was the final score? That sounds good, the two of us sitting here. they know we wanted to get it to him in the middle, and they did a very good job of not letting us do that. And so it's not just a question of, hey, Otto, go stand in the middle, throw it to Otto, and make a play. They were trying to take that away. In the second half, collectively, we figured out and found some different ways to enter it into him, which opened some things up, which is why we were able to get it to him more successfully in the second half than we were in the first half. And then once he got in there, they were almost matching up man-to-man with him. And so as he has done, as all of our guys have done, you know, he was able to then start picking them apart and finding open guys, open teammates.
Can you just talk about Starks and PSR shooting threes to alleviate concerns over the fact that Otto didn't even take a shot in the first 12 minutes?
Well, I said this, I may have said it to you. You know, when we played up there, obviously Otto had a terrific game. You know, but as you look at the tape and prepare for this game, you know, and you can't go into this second game saying, oh, Otto's just going to do the same thing all over again. But one thing, as I prepared, scouting report and prepared the game plan, I felt that both of these guys, Markel and Devontae up there, got open looks that they normally make. And I was pretty comfortable and confident that if we got them the same looks, they weren't going to shoot like they did up there. And so them making shots, you know, the fact that how they were focused in on Otto, they got open looks, their teammates throwing the ball, they put the ball in the hole.
If I could, if you could take one more about the significance of winning the regular season title.
You promise it's just going to be one? You speaking for everybody?
One for me. Given what you've come to know about the Big East as we know it in your years here, what to you does it say to come through a regular season in this 16, 15, whatever variation there is now league and have the best record? That makes a big
I think it does. I mean, you have to be a resilient team because this conference is full of terrific coaches, terrific players. It's an outstanding conference. So to come out and end up on top, you have to be a resilient team.
You said you get butterflies before. How did this game with this magnitude compare?
You know what? This is crazy. I called my wife this. We stayed at a hotel downtown last night, and last night, you know, definitely for the first time this year, you know, I went to bed and was knocked out and didn't wake up until we had to go to breakfast this morning. So I slept well last night. We were prepared. We were prepared for this game. Our guys understood what it meant, and I knew they would come to play.
Was there ever any, I guess, concern, Coach, that answer being what it is, and yet when the student athletes walk out on the floor and you see Patrick Ewing, Lonzo Mourning,
David Wingate, Michael Graham,
I mean,
Mike Hancock, John Dern,
was there ever a
Lonnie
concern
Dern.
of the list goes on and on.
Mark Tillman,
Was there ever a concern with
Jesse Sapp. Keep going.
I mean, just how would they harness the emotion of the game?
No, I wasn't concerned about that. These guys understand the history of Georgetown basketball and the tradition, and you know they were ready to play. And so it's an emotional day. It's an emotional game because of everything that was at stake. It's emotional on many different levels because it's just the last regular season home game for this team. It's the last time that we're going to play Syracuse as conference opponents, which this rivalry, this tradition has meant a lot to us and to them. And C, you're playing for the title. So, I mean, that's as much weight as having Pat and Alonzo and Sid Znerevich sitting there. I put Sid in some pretty good company right there.
With the Big East morphing into like this 16-team league, do you think that the Big East is harder to win today than it was in your dad's days?
What do you think, Pops? Winning any conference is hard. Any year, in any era, to go through the regular season at any conference, any level, and to come out on top is hard. So there's no need to start comparing and contrasting. that time to now.
Questions for the players?
Otto, did you feel a sense of urgency in the first half? The ball didn't seem to be coming your way, it seemed to be bouncing away from you, almost. Given the nature of Princeton offense, the fact that you guys share the ball at such a high level, did you know that the ball was going to come back to you?
Do you know the nature of the Princeton offense?
Actually, I do. I defended it in college.
You defended it in college.
A million times.
Does not qualify you.
Did you feel a sense of urgency in the first half?
I mean, not really. I mean, we were up at the time. You know, as long as we kept it moving, you know, within the zone, I knew we was gonna get good looks. You know, we was knocking them down. So.
Markel, what does all this mean to you and to your teammates? I mean, all of it, the day, the game, the Syracuse, the regular season.
Well, first, let me say God is good. I think, you know, we can get all caught up in the hoopla, but all this wouldn't happen, you know, without the power of God. But to your point, this is outstanding. Obviously, like Coach said, we came into the season with a goal. And, you know, obviously, you know, a portion of the goal has been accomplished. But at the same time, you know, we still have a lot more of the season to play. But this means a lot. This means a lot to us. You know, obviously, all four of us, you know, everybody that's affiliated with the program can say that, you know, the same thing I'm saying. But at the same time, you know, we're honored and, you know, give glory to God.
Coach Mayo said that clearly, I mean, obviously the biggest player of the year in his mind, but he said that, you know, for him, you're also the national player of the year. What do you think of that?
I mean, what's not to think about it? You know, you got your coach telling that you up there with the National Player of the Year. I mean, that just makes me want to work even harder. You know, just hearing my name up there makes me want to continue to push.
You also say take the first NBA draft.
Boeheim says this. See, normally people in this league start saying stuff like that when they want your best player to leave. You know, that's normally, you know, Coach Calhoun was the best at that. You know, and so since they're leaving, I don't know why he's doing it now. You know, but I agree with him.
You were held to 10 points, but obviously you contributed with the assists and the rebounds. But how comforting is it knowing that you have guys like Devontae and Markel who can step up on offense and make those plays?
I'm extremely confident in them. I mean, I know what they're capable of, and I know that, you know, with the right time, you know, they'll be able to knock down the shots. And so the whole game, I was just trying to, you know, get open looks for them, you know, putting pressure on the defense, you know, with me in the middle, you know, making everything else open up.
Markel, how much did the atmosphere today help you and your team out there?
It was a boost. I wish we can get turnouts like this when we play like teams early in the season rather than now. That would be fantastic, but, you know, we'll work on that. At the same time, it was, I mean, come on, you were in there. I mean, you felt it. But I always tell you that whenever you come up to the school, you know, you can feel the energy in the building. It was great. It was great, you know. Obviously, wish we, like I said, wish we could have had some of that early on in the year so we could be, you know, used to that type of environment. But it was great.
Markel, I couldn't catch up with you after practice yesterday. Is that because you were working on your shot?
No comment.
Markel, you guys had a couple big defensive plays in the first half. You and Devontae too, a couple big steals. Do you think that helped your offense get going as well? Do you get an added confidence from that while you get going?
Go ahead.
I mean, it definitely helped me get going. Just you know, keep bringing energy to my team, defensively and offensively. I just wanted to knock the shots down because I know last game, you know, I had a lot of good looks at the basket. They just weren't falling. So this game, I just wanted to make sure I just found different ways to affect the game.
Although, what do you recall about your mindset and maybe that of the teams after the 0-2 start in conference play, and then you found out you were going to be without Greg?
I mean, as a team, we just adjusted to the situations. You know, we knew we was 0-2, but we didn't panic. You know, we came back the next game, you know, was extra focused. And from there on, we was extra focused for the rest of the Big East.
Anything else?
Well, Coach, told me you didn't want to reflect until you accomplished some things, and I know the season's not over yet. But with what you had to overcome, I mean, you lose the top 3 scorers, 0-2, ineligible, key player. I mean, you had to do a lot to change this team. Can you at least reflect a little bit now on the fact that all those things you had to do to change this team around on the fly and produce something pretty good?
Yes, I can reflect on that. No, I mean you summed it up. I mean, first of all, this group, they listen. They believe in each other. They believe in me. And if you have that, it's easy to figure things out. Because that's what throughout you got to figure it out. Things are going to be thrown at you on the court during the season and life, and you got to figure it out. And in this group, we've just for the task that's been at hand up until now, we figured it out. And so, but yeah, you're right. There's a lot of adjustments that had to go on, and as I've said, I don't want to go into specifics, but this group's worked extremely hard, and they've not to say stuck together, doesn't make sense, but they've supported. They've had each other's back, and they've made sure we found different ways each night to win games.
Coach, can you talk about real quick just the intangible nature of your team and some of the things that some of the, quote, other guys do? I mean, when you go back and look at the film, you'll see Trawick, who continues to get tip backs and loose balls, and Devontae, who obviously stepping up and playing. I mean, can you just talk about the nature of the, quote, other guys and how important that is, not just this time of year?
Well, I think the main thing is no one has looked at it as you put it, as other guys. Everyone has a role to play. Everyone's role is important. Obviously, Otto's gotten a lot of attention, and he should. But he understands, and all of us understand, everyone in the locker room understands, everyone has a role to play on every night, and everyone has to do their job. And I think this group, top to bottom, across the board, you look at someone like Mikael Hopkins, who hadn't had the best year in the world, but comes in and gives us 7 rebounds today, a couple of them when we needed them, And so I think all year, Jabril, the first time we played Syracuse, his penetrating and kicking the ball out was key. This time, as you said, he had a couple of key rebounds and a couple more where he couldn't grab the ball, but was able to tap it out to a teammate. And so that's what I mean. 2 or 3 questions ago, I said, you go in and you find a way to win. This group wants to win. I don't think anyone's thinking about themselves in that locker room. We're all just trying to figure out how can we win.
D, how did it feel to get the last dunk of the game?
Jabril got that.
That wasn't me. No, that was Jabril.
That was Jabril.
Okay, D.
Everybody know. Introduce yourself, please.
Timothy stand for Slam Dunk Radio and Dome TV. So you got
Maybe, and I probably don't need to put maybe behind this. The best dunker I've ever seen.
Thank you.
You owe me.
Anything else? Thank you.